Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 7v7 custom match here on the most amazing Rockstar map generator on Chaos Saturday. So hopefully you're enjoying your weekend and you're doing also your maybe candy haul after Halloween, or maybe you just bought a bunch of candy, one way or the other. Anyway, we'll take a look at the Team 1 side of the map on the northwest first, and then we'll introduce Team 2 on the southeast. Starting off with Team 1's Tropical Ocean Blue Play to the northeast, we have is a Cybran. It is sock full of kids. He is a 1300. In Imperial Gray to his southwest, we have Ruling playing as an Aeon. He is a 1200. In Chevy Crimson to his southwest, it is another Cybran for Team 1. It is Darabus. He is a 1400. And then the other red player on Team 1 as a Cybran as well. He is Legend Lord 2. He is a 1600. He is also the highest rated player on Team 1. Moving northward, we have as another Cybran. It is Anrex in Glow in the Dark Green as a 1000 rated. And then rounding out the midline, we have Off Kilter as another Cybran for Team 1 as a 1400. And then rounding off Team 1, we have in Snow White, it is Sabdex playing as another Cybran. I think I did all my nuthers correctly. He is a 1300. So for Team 1 side of the map, it's very easy. 0 UEF, 6 Cybrans, 1 Aeon, and 0 Seraphim. That's a lot of Cybrans for Team 1. Moving on to Team 2, southwestern side, and we'll go clockwise as well. We have in lightish red pink, it is Rekather. I think that's his customary color. He's playing as a Cybran. He is a 1500. In Pac-Man yellow, we have Twitch Muffo. He's playing as a UEF. He is a 1600. In Amethyst Purple for Team 2, we have Amaterasu playing as a 1100. Again, in Amethyst Purple as a Seraphim. And then rounding out Team 2's frontline, the other purple player is Dead Six playing as a Cybran. He is in Regal Purple as a 1500. Moving on to the midline, we have the best color, of course, forest green. It is Oxymandias Lives. Probably call him Oxy for short. He is a Cybran. He is a 1700. He is the highest rated player on Team 2 and in the game overall. And rounding out Team 2's midline, we have in Royal Blue, it is the UEF of... This is a long name. Lord Fappington 69. He is a 500. And rounding out Team 2's backline now, we have as the Barbie Pink UEF, it is Randy Savage. He is a 1300. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have a little bit more of a mixture of factions. They have 3 UEF. They also have 3 Cybrans, and they have actually 0 Aeon, and then the one and only Seraphim of Amaterasu. So Team 2 lacks the Aeon faction. Team 1 lacks both the UEF and the Seraphim faction. So they have the only Aeon being Ruling, which does mean that all of the factions are represented in the game, just not on each team. And for these 14 players on the map, let's take a look at their reclaim situation. Currently sitting at, that's actually, it went up, so it looks like some units died. But 7,000 mass divided by 14 players makes it about 500 mass per player. I mean, again, it's something. It's not really a whole lot. I usually like to see at least 1,000 mass per player just to make things a little bit more interesting in the early game with players really trying to get that reclaim. But, I mean, 500 isn't bad. We even see a 500 or so up there to the northeast as well. So there's a little bit of reclaim up there. That's probably a huge percentage of it. There's more reclaim down here in the southwest and pretty much nothing in the middle. In terms of mexes, though, it looks like there's a little bit more mexes on the map. We'll take a look at Team 1 side of the map, and I'll just note the southwestern corner is littered with mexes. There's just a huge splattering of them down there. Really nothing super joined together in terms of, quads or tries or anything sort of that. But there's a lot of kind of one-offs down there. Northeast, there's a twin mechs technically in the middle, but less one-offs, lots of mountains instead. So it looks like the map generated like the mountains up here, and no mountains really down there in the southwest. And in the middle, really not a whole lot as well. The map is kind of lacking on groups of mexes, but there's I guess a trimix position here. And that actually might be the one and only one bar the main base mexes, or the core mexes. We do see some guns started for Team 1 and Team 2. We have Dead Six and Amaterasu going for their guns, and then Sockful of Kids going for theirs. In terms of comm movements, we do see 2 players from Team 1 on the western side, being Anrex and Legend Lord. Team 2, we have Twitchy, Rekather, and Lord. In the middle, looks like it's going to be maybe 3v2, but these players are falling westward, so they'll probably come back. But we'll count them in the middle. It's Off Kilter and Darabus, and then ruling next door to Team 2's Amaterasu and Randy. I will note that Amaterasu, but ruling is going for his gun right there. There were a couple of civilian structures. Those are now gone and dealt with. And then towards the northeast, looks like it's a 2v1 in favor for Team 2. We'll count Oxy in that mix, because there's really nothing else from Team 1 there. We do see it's going to be Dead 6 versus Sock Full of Kids. Gun started for Rekather. Need help here. Going to gun comm, says ruling. Randy, again, doesn't have his gun yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. We do see a nice little Team 1 PD was built and then denied. So that is being dealt with by Team 1. Range is now done for ruling, going for no upgrades yet. We do see gun started for Off Kilter. And we have gun done for Rekather. Gun is almost done for Dead 6. And everybody again getting into that comm v comm action phase of the game. I don't think I caught any comm v comm action yet, but I just did now, so we'll count it as the first. If I do miss the actual first engagement, apologies. We have ruling from Team 1 versus Amaterasu of Team 2. A couple of shots from some bombers are going to be a little bit annoying, but all it takes is maybe 1 or 2 AA to really deal with that quite nicely. Randy moving in with no gun comm. He does have the hit point advantages. I mean, just by a little bit in terms of the Seraphim versus the Aeon one. It's 1,000 hit points in favor for Randy, though. We do see gun almost done for Off Kilter. Gun done for Twitchy. We have gun started for Legend Lore. Stealth started for Anrex. Not going for gun, which is interesting. We do see gun started for Lord Fappington in the southwest. I do appreciate the fact that the colors in this game, in terms of player colors, are pretty much coordinated. We have the 2 purples on Team 2, the 2 pinks on Team 2. We have the 2 reds on Team 1. I mean, there is technically blues on either team, but they're so distinctly different. Same thing with the greens. They're so distinctly different that it's really easy to tell who is who. And then we don't have the other orange, and then that's a white, and yeah, that's it. Oh, and a yellow. So it's not one of those, it's lighter shred pink versus Barbie pink situation, and they're facing one another. Both pinks are on the same team, so it makes it easy tracking what is what, which is nice for me and some people watching as well. Hopefully you enjoy that. We do see gun is now done for Legend. Gun started for Anrax on board. He's up to base hit points of a UEF at 12,000. We do see Sock for the Kids has that gun upgrade online, going for a little bit more mexes, and then Dead 6 pushing with a stealth upgrade as well. Not really a lot of pushing that I would think in a game like this. I will note that Amaterasu is looking pretty slim on mexes. Looks like he lost a ton of them from some invading units from Team 1. I was going to say, is that a power issue? That is a legitimate generated mass situation because of all those dead mexes. Like, that is a line of mexes for his main base. So he's going to be set back a little bit. But again, early game might not be too bad. We do see a gunship. He's going to be shot down. Lovely attempt. Epic says Legend. Not Legend, but Dead 6. Don't know what he's talking about in that. Maybe he's just talking about that one jester. Nano is cancelled for Anrex. We do see Ruling and Amaterasu and Off Kilter engaging one another. And Off Kilter again only has gun. Ruling only has speed. Amaterasu has, of course, speed and range because he's not an Aeon player and has those upgrades divvied up. We do see Legend is falling. Not great. He's in the yellow. He's going to take some bomber fire. Ooh, 600, 200, 100. And he will be the first kill. And it'll be a murder-suicide between Rekather and Legend in the southwest. So same lane players are killed off, which makes this an even 6v6. No one gets the advantage. Stupid trade again. Twice. Your fault, says Rekather. Looks like maybe they had another match and they traded again. So looks like he's like, stop doing that. But that's just somehow the way the game goes. Gun advanced range started here for Ruling in the middle. We do have Twitchy and Darabus engaging. It's gun speed and range versus gun damage and range. And one vet is already online for Twitchy. Again, with the additional hit points, it will be able to survive a comm explosion if it's a head-to-head engagement where no other units are engaging. They start at full health. If they just trade shot for shot, Twitchy will get out of there. If it was just the base hit points, he wouldn't, because it's 2,500 damage instead of, but he has 3,200 compared to Darabus. So it looks like he has no veterancy yet. He's still working on it, though. Team 2 is getting a lot of momentum. Looks like everything transferred over to Ozzy, though, so he has dual base online, sitting at 180 mass a second. Off kilter gets the base from Legend. He's sitting at 130 almost. Everybody else is below that. We do see a couple of people close, but not there just yet. Sensor package started for Ruling in the middle of the map. Again, he's being very bold with those upgrades. I don't like upgrades being done that far, like that, or that far ahead in terms of the front lines, or that close to enemy lines, because all it takes is essentially this army to come this way, and then the 2 comms from Team 2 to go this way, and he's dead. I mean, maybe he gets out of there, but yeah, it doesn't look great. So it's just, unless he has a lot of assistance, which is a couple of engineers, and it is a sensor package upgrade. It's not as intensive as a shield upgrade. Never mind, he's going to go for shield now and just, take those words and shove them right back in my mouth, because that didn't mean nothing. Anyway, Lord Fappington is in the pond over there to the west. Dead 6 is moving. He has the entire northeastern section now, and looks like he's trying to go in. Well, I thought he was going to go this way. He's going to hook maneuver around, but no, he's going to... Nope. He keeps changing your mind. Stop changing your mind. Either go this way or go this way, but stop going back and forth. Caster is trying to tell everybody where you're going, and you're not going where I think you're going. We do see Ruling got some units transferred over or something. I saw a flash of something. We do see stealth started for Ozzy. To the north, Sock full of kids is being pushed in by Dead 6's forces. Some of them were from Ozzy, but now they're mainly from Dead 6. There is a Team 1 PD there. He is losing some hit points from it, but not a whole lot. He does have, of course, 12,000 base hit points now with the stealth upgrade. And there's a couple of rhinos there. Sock full of kids has gun and stealth as well, so it's even footing there. No veterancy for either of them. The only one really close is Dead 6. Not Dead 6, but Sock full of kids. And Dead 6 is probably just going to die here. And that is unfortunate. Team 2 will lose a second player before 15 minutes, even before 20 minutes. And that is a kill for Sock full of kids. Dropped this game to a 6v5. First time Team 1 is in the game. Rip out of position. Yeah, I think he was maybe a little bit over. Yeah, it does happen, yeah. Sock full of, I love the camaraderie between the players on either team. I love it. Too aggressive. Yeah. Oh, he's saying too aggressive dead. Oh, he's saying too dead, not too aggressive and you are dead. His name is Dead. Anyway, there's a joke in there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, if he was coming in from behind and he had a decent amount more forces here, would have made a difference. But it looks like Sock full of kids transitioned a little bit more T2, and that was enough to deal with the T1s, and it just didn't go very well, as you saw. Just didn't pay attention to comm. Yeah, that also doesn't help. I mean, I think he would have been fine with the rhinos. I don't know. Would have been close though. Move orders OP. I don't know about that, but if I did, I wouldn't have been there. Yeah, that's fair. If he didn't know about the comm being there, he definitely would have engaged. He thought he wasn't there, so if he knew he was there, then it wouldn't have mattered. Darabus is taking some damage from some missile launchers. He will finish with the nano upgrade, however, but he will take some damage. But he'll regen it pretty quickly, though. He is a Cybran, so it's not as good as I think the base nano is better than the Seraphim one, but obviously the Seraphim have the advanced nano, so that's obviously better. So they want to get that advanced nano. Also, speaking of which, nano started for Enrex, and the upgrade will be finished, but he's now sitting at half of his HP. He's getting 68 hit points a second, so I think he got 50 more from that, I think is the total. And we do see some forces now from Off Kilter pushing in against Twitchy Mofo's position. We see a large column of forces from Ruling. Looks like Legend says go after Twitchy. 100 HP. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he got out of there. I didn't even notice that. That is... Ooh, that's not good, especially with some forces from Ruling inbound. That is probably why he did the little arrow there. He's like, go after the comm. That'd be a great grab as well. At 15 minutes, coming off 2 additional players. That APM will definitely be helping Team 1 throughout the match if they can claim this kill. He's now sitting at 1,000. It's still possible with the forces he has. And we do see pressure still inbound from Darabus from the north. And nothing really else from Team 2 is nearby. He's going to go around the mountain this way. If he can keep his parashields alive to maybe get to this base. There's some bricks online for Ozzy. And I think he just sends it sends it south when he calls it. A couple of gunships. Again, they're jesters, not a lot of damage, but it's something. And Twitchy's going westward. It's got to keep going south. We do see bricks over here to the east. That's going to help a little bit. And they are obsidians as well, so they're going to take a little bit to chew through. He probably wants to turn around and do some damage and get veterancy, but it's not worth it. He probably will die. His Team 1 is putting the pressure on him. Unless it's a strat bomber randomly from Team 1, I think he's going to make it. I say that, and there's going to be a strat bomber. I'm going to miss it, and he's going to die, and then I'll have to do the kill and cam death from beyond the grave, whatnot. Leave Twitchy alone already. Says dead. Leave him alone. He's already almost dead. Leave him alone. Bully. This will be prop soon, says Legend. Oh, going after Ozzy, it looks like. Amaterasu now taking some fire from Off Kilter's forces. Looks like Derbis is falling back. Now with some Percy's online from Twitchy, that's going to be enough to deliver some pain onto those Obsidians. 16 minutes on the clock. Team 2 barely in the lead for Eco. And again, in a 14-player game, 7 on each team, and with 2 dead on Team 2. I mean, realistically, 40 mass a second is nothing. It really isn't. Divvied up by 5 players. I mean, even if they're at 50 mass, we'll take it. That's 10 mass a second. They are starting to get a little bit higher, though. Team 1 is catching up as well, so we'll see if Team 1 and Team 2 can keep that momentum going for both of them. But again, as the game goes on, that percentage lead that they have is just going to get smaller and smaller if the number between Team 1 and Team 2 stays the same. Stop bombing my radar, says Amaterasu. Looks like somebody's just annoying. Make AA says, I mean, that is one way to do it. Don't know whether his radar systems are, but maybe it was here, maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe that was it right there. Yeah, just build a shield and build a flak cannon. You should be fine, honestly. Gunship says Legend Lore. Talking about send some gunships over to the bricks. We do see the comm is over there. That's going to be more than enough, and that'll be nice veterancy for him. He's at 2 stars now. He won't get to... I don't think he'll get to 3 with those 2 bricks, but he probably will get close. And Derbis is still there. Gun and Nano is online. He's up to 1-star vet. 74 mass a second now, and he'll probably get to... I think it's 80. I think he gets 6 per veterancy, I believe. He is staying there. Eventually, he's going to get overrun by Percy's from Twitchy. I just know he is. So staying there long term, probably not the best idea, but he's still putting pressure on that western side. We do see the remaining forces from Unrec have been dealt with. 1 mech was killed off, so hey, they have some service able to be shown. They have another mech dead there, to be honest. So a couple mechs is dead for Team 2. In terms of ecos now, it's almost about 1,000 for each team and about 900 each. So they're getting to that 1K mark per team. Regen ore started for Amaterasu. Is that the new trend now? Is to go for regen ore first and then nano? I thought it was nano and then regen. I thought it was nano and regen. Because usually gun is first. Very rare instance nano is first. But I feel like I've seen a lot more players for Seraphim go regen first. Unless they want to go for splash, then they go for splash. But I just find it odd that it's flipped. I don't know if there's a mass efficiency thing, power efficiency thing. I have no idea because I don't know the numbers that well. Or at all, to be honest. But yeah, maybe just keeping the T1 units alive. Maybe just the Ilshi specifically. Maybe that's the focus. Because 15 hit points a second isn't great, but it's something. It's better than 0. We do see on the eastern side, there's the running over from Ruling. He's going to cut off that northeastern side, and this base will be dead here not far soon into the future. Team 2 is going to lose out on a couple of mexes over there. They're already being pushed in from Sockful of Kids' forces, which, again, still is a funny name. Obviously, those who know, know, and just one of those names where I just laugh every time I see it on the list of players. I'm like, ha! Like, oh yeah, that's right. Anyway. You see on the western side, again, Derbis is still there. He's really keeping the pressure on Twitchy Mofo's forces. He's now on 3-star, almost on 4-star. If he's on 4-star vet, maybe he's almost on 5-star vet, and I'll just say that, and he'll get 3,000 more mass killed here in about 2 seconds. And we do see Lord Fappington's in the south pond. Same thing with Twitchy. Again, he's regenning, so that makes sense why he's down there. In terms of air, I didn't even talk about T3 air facilities. We have T2 air for Lord. We have T3 air online for Randy, and that is it. Anybody? 7-player game, only 2 air facilities, only one of them is T3 at 20 minutes? Seems a little odd. Team 1 has Off-Kilter's main base, and then we have Sabdex going for air. So it's 2 for Team 1 confirmed, maybe a second one for Team 2. I highly doubt it, at least right now. But we'll see what Lord Fappington is going to do. And again, there's 2 players that are very far forward for Team 1. I feel like both of them might get sniped there shortly. One has no forces, one has a decent amount of forces. So honestly, that would be the better target to go after. But I don't think anybody's going after him just yet. Ozzy's over here to the east, hanging out. Looks like a reclaim ward is going down for that little base that Team 2 had. Amaterasu just hanging out next to this little mountain there. 20 minutes on the clock. And Team 1, 1.1, Team 2, 1.2. The eco a little bit still favoring Team 2, but again, not by much. He is ecoing hard, says Legend. I mean, getting the dual ringing of the mexes, yeah, that definitely indicates to them. There's even some mexes that are still T2. They're upgrading to T3 now. There's even this one. They're upgrading multiple mexes. He might just be spamming up air. He might go for Game Ender. He might go for Nuke. It's not a full 20 by 20. The artillery should, at least the T3 variety, should reach that main base if he puts it back there, but it might clip it. It might go like there if he puts the artillery right there. I don't know the exact range offhand, but it would be close, if not all the way over. Nano repair started for sock full of kids in the pond. And he's going for advanced region without even going for advanced nano. That's interesting. Or even just nano. That's interesting. He's going to go for nano afterwards? Maybe not. We do see western side push inbound from Team 2's Aussie. We do see Andrex is over here as well. T3 Mex is online, going for some PD. Again, that'll help with the Team 1s and some T2s, but the T3s, it's going to take a minute to chew through that. So, not great. We do see Reclaim from Dead 6 saying there's Reclaim here for Team 1 or Team 2 to grab. Team 1's probably going to grab it since the forces from Darabus is still there. Aussie is pushing in a little bit, and Ruling is just hanging out with his shield. Doesn't have advanced yet, but he has Aeon Mini-Tank Intelligence Commander. So intelligence being the sensor package, and then the advanced range, and then the mini-tank being the shield. I need to come up with shorter names for that, but I feel like that straight up... Oh, he's going to go for heavy tank. There he goes. Again, building it on the front line without any support. I don't like the placement of the comm, but he is being aggressive with it, so you gotta point that out. T3 land headquarters is going to be denied for off-kilter. I don't think he has another one in his main base, though, so he will lose access to T3 land T3 land Cybern Tech. The monkey's going to help out a lot, though. Kill off the remaining bricks. They probably would have killed off that T3 P-Gen, to be honest. There was a ton of PD built, or tried to be built, but yeah, Monkey would, if it wasn't there, would have lost at least that one P-Gen at a minimum. And Darabus, it's still pushing. Twitchy not producing as many Perseus as I thought he would have at this point. And Nano is finally going down for Amaterasu. I still feel like it's not too late in the game to go for it, but I still think it's odd that it's taken this long to go for it. Anyway, northeastern side, we do see Sockful Kids has eliminated this base, so the entire almost northern half of the map is owned by Team 1, and Team 2 doesn't even own, obviously, the entire southern side. This push from Darabus is still ongoing. It's almost like that push never really stopped. It, kind of just got delayed for a little bit, but was still on the move. That's going to be a side that Team 2 definitely wants to target. And just get that annoyance out of there sooner rather than later. Shield Heavy almost done for Ruling's Calm. He's going to get, again, 17,000 additional hit points from the shielding. 24 minutes almost on the clock, and I don't see a lot of experimentals running around for either team. It's just the Monkey Lord with some veterancy already. Team 2, Quantum Gateway, P-Gens. It looks like just more eco to me. More P-Gens. Yeah, I don't see any experimentals yet from Team 2. Eco looks like it's starting to favor Team 1. The bricks are inbound for Ruling's Calm, but they get there too late. The upgrade is already completed. He has full 25,000. He drops already 10,000 of those hit points. And they want him, but the bricks are getting chewed up by the Rhinos. Also inbound bricks from Sockful Kids as well. Overcharges are helping out a little bit there, getting a double kill right there. Ruling's now at 5-star bet. 31,000 mass killed with his comm. Darabus, how much are you at? 16, so he's doing both of them are doing very well. They're both on 5-star vet, but Ruling's doing very well with that comm. And he doesn't have a missile on board. He does have advanced range, the biggest range that you can have on a comm. And he has intelligence, so he can get a section of the map constantly visible to him and his teammates. It's like having a portable soothsayer, just not as big. And it's portable. I think those are it. You see that Monkey Lord is inbound. Comm says Legend Lord Crab done, says Amaterasu. So Crab is done for Aussie. So that's their first experimental 25 minutes on the clock. And at this time, Team 1 and Team 2 both at 1.6. Team 1 in the lead for comms at 6v5. Team 1 lost Legend, and then Team 2 lost Record. They're essentially just, they traded, literally. And then Dead 6 got killed off later. So out of the 14, 11 of them make it past 20 minutes. That's not too bad for, honestly, a 14-player game. Yeah, it's a pretty good percentage. But let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't, because why not at this point? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Oh, and I will plug one thing. Yesterday's video was the spooky video. It was the Halloween chilled video. It was essentially, it was it was Phantom. But it was 12 players, so they were on an icy map instead of the normal Roanoke map that I usually cast on. So take a look at that. Great game. Again, 12 players, Phantom. Can't really go wrong. Everybody who did watch it seemed to enjoy it. So if you haven't taken a look at that, might as well, because why not? I mean, it's another video that you can watch. I don't know if it'll be recommended to you if you watch at the end of the video. I could set it to be that video, to be honest, but I usually just do the normal whatever's recommended for who's ever watching. Anyway. Advanced Thanos started for Amaterasu, and Ruling might be positioning himself to go after him. He will be within range, it looks like, of going after that commander. Might cancel the upgrade. He does see him there, and he does know he's rooted to the spot on the upgrade, so... Monkey Lord transferred over to Darabus to Micro on the front line. Definitely a nice trade-off there from Off-Kilter. He's focused a little bit more on his air grid and his Monkey Lord. And Team 1 has another T3 air recorders online for Unrex. So 3 air players for Team 1. Only 1 for Team 2. Well, that's a nuke being built. That's not even a nuke being built. That's a nuke done. That'll change the game up a little bit. We do see some circling going down from Unrex saying, hey, these forces might push northward. And I just noticed that Aussie has 3 bases? Yeah, that was the third base. And he's kind of honestly split his attention west and east and middle. I feel like maybe this base could have been gifted over to Twitchy, so it's 2 bases for 2 players. But Team 1 kills off Amaterasu, literally like in the middle of me talking about that. I was like, oh, he's going to come in and kill off Amaterasu because he's rooted to the spot. But no, the Monkey Lord comes in and says hi, so Team 1 scores another kill. It's a 6v4. It's a 3-2 advantage in favor of Team 1 at 27 minutes. Oof. That is an oof is what that is. We do see Omega with inbound pushing westward, but Ruling's going to get out of there, go back pretty close to their front line. Looks like Team 1's starting to pull away. We do see Darabus might be underneath a little bit of trouble. It's a lot of bricks inbound. If they can get within range of the comm. See, they're all shooting at him, which is a good thing. The bad thing is that they're not moving and shooting. They move out of range, giving Darabus a little bit of time to regen. He's at 98 hit points a second regen. Monkey Lord is inbound to his system. Honestly, that maybe 1 pause might be enough. I'm surprised they're not targeting comm. Looks like they... I think I remember a game ago or 2, whatever it was, they took that away. Darabus getting hit again. Ooh, 7,000. Nope, still dropping. They got to keep moving if they want to kill off the comm. And looks like some assistance from Anrex, like, hey, go that way. Or just go a different way, don't stay there. And those forces from Aussie are going to get pushed westward away from the comm. Monkey Lord is heavily damaged. But not as bad as I thought. And that's going to give him, if he does get in range of those bricks, a couple more veterans. At least 1 more veteran, see. Megalith again pushing from the east. And Ruling is falling back. We might see more push back into the northeast again from Team 2, but they might try to just hunker down and try to go for maybe a longer range game. Again, with the APM being the way it is, they probably want to keep their cards close to their chest to save up on running around the map unnecessarily, but that does cede a little bit more territory to Team 1. They have to be very quick about what they want to build and then build the thing and then use the thing to capitalize, because if they wait too long, Team 1's going to do the same thing And maybe, and that'll be the end of the day. Or Team 1 aggressively pushes as well. So there is a... think that's game, says Legend. I don't know about that. I mean, there's 2 megas over here. That's a lot of firepower, to be fair. Those missiles? Those are missiles. And Brick is inbound. That's a lot of tickle cannons, but that's actually a decent amount of Percy's, though, from Lord Fappington. And Off Kilter has another experimental. I'm assuming it's a, yep, another mega, or a mega, I should say. I guess another mega of the game. No chickens yet from Team 2. No Fat Boys yet. And no GCs. No GCs built yet. I will correct my statement. But that's going to be changed in about, yep, 2 seconds. There it is. And Rangowitz continue to push. This would have probably been a different game if a lot of this was water and you kept the same amount of Cybrins and UBF and whatnot on each team. Because the Brick has torpedoes on board. That's a lot of torpedoes at this point in the game at 29 minutes. Again, they're not useful when they're on land, but it is firepower nonetheless that they can utilize. That is the one thing I think about the Cybrins. They are the faction that they have the most utility, in the sense that a lot of their units do a lot of different, like they do a lot of stuff. Like the Brick against the mainline T3 unit, it has torpedoes. It also has torp defense. You know, it can go in the water, so it can use those torpedoes. Like, that's very versatile that way. They have the AA units, the mobile ones that can shoot at ground targets. Not super effectively, but it's something. They have the only missile redirect systems in the game on board the Loyalist and the Siren. So, and they have the only stealth boat in the game, being, and actually I think the stealth unit as well. I forget what that land unit is called, but it's the Mermaid for the naval side of things. ASFs are inbound from Team 2. They're gonna kill off the Corsairs, but anyway, I feel like they're like the jack of all trades. They do a lot of good stuff. They're not super great at one thing, but they do a lot of good stuff. The Percy, of course, is not necessarily a one-trick pony. It does a lot of one-shot damage, so you know, it's alpha damage is another way to put it. Again, if you miss your target, that sucks. If you don't, then it does a lot of damage. So it's, you know, again, double-edged sword. Anyway, anybody. Besides that, ranting about all the nonsense, take a look at where everything else is going on. Western side, again, looks like it's died down a little bit. We do see a couple of torpedo bombers going after the Percys over here. There's a Monkey Lord and a couple of bricks shadow them. Hey, speaking of those torpedoes being effective against those Percys, I forget if the Otham has torp defense. I know it has torpedoes. I just can't remember if it has torp defense. I think it does. Those are bricks. Not helpful. Oh, how's that nuke going? I didn't even check on that. Nuke is almost the way loaded. Is Team 1? Nope. Not even aware of it. Not aware of anything in the back right corner. We do see... Ooh, Scathis is started for Ozzy. He's sitting at 900 mass a second, which would explain why he's going for it. Cloaking started for Team 1's Darabus in the middle, trying to obfuscate his location from Team 2. There isn't a front line. There's one over there, but there isn't a front line Omni to the west, so he might go for laser and try to wipe out the entire western side. That'd be interesting. He's been very aggressive with his commander. He might just do that. And to the north, those Corsairs are still getting stacked up. That's a kind of a scary amount of Corsairs. And if Team 1 did find out about the nuke, I would not be surprised if they tried to go this way with it. Or they tried, I think this way might be a little bit easier. But it's kind of sixes where there's not a lot of AA on either side. They wouldn't go down the middle, though. That you'd have too many casualties at that point. So if they notice the nuke, they might go on the edges of the map and kill that off. So might want to keep track of that. I'm talking to myself out loud. Hopefully not myself in the future, like 5 minutes from now or 10 minutes from now, whenever it's destroyed or if it stays alive. Or the attempt is made, at least. That I remember to do that to cover it. Doesn't work all the time, though. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Mega GC says dead 6. There's 2. Wow, that's a decent amount of firepower. And the Mega's producing some engineers, maybe for reclaim purposes, I would imagine. Oh, yeah, because there's 2 experimentals right there, 3 experimentals right there, so definitely worth the reclaim. Those are the ones that got killed up by those Corsairs. Corsairs are inbound for the new Mega. I don't think that's enough to one-tap it, but it's going to hurt, and it's not going to feel good. Make stats to kill SMD, says dead 6. There is a shield generator there for a moment. Oh, There's some Cougars there. That's going to help a little bit. I think Flak may have been better. I mean, the T3 is definitely better for more single target units. The Flak is definitely better for more of a, units are grouped together. Second pass, I mean, if it doesn't kill off, the Mega pretty much does, because it's heavily damaged already. It does get some veterancy, so 10% additional hit points does keep it alive a little bit longer. Would have survived the second pass anyways. The third pass, it would have been close. It would have been probably 4,000, 2,000, 3,000 HP maybe, because it's 10%. 10% of 11, that's right, 1,000, 110,000 would be 11,000. So yeah, it would be, you would have been about 2K. That's very low for any experimental, let alone the Mega, percentage-wise at least. Nuke loaded yet? Yep. Hasn't found a target yet. Team 1, SMD there and there and there. No SMD on the western side, and there's an SMD hidden in that base.
Strategic launch detected.
Oh, look at that. Look where it's going. Right there. So it's going to be up in the air and then down here shortly. Eastern side's getting pushed in by the GC and Mega. And one GC already dead. Second GC not looking too great. It's going to give some veterancy for these crabs, though. And second nuke, how we looking? Not super great, but not bad. And then, let's see, to the west. Nuke should be landing any... Oh, there it is. It's just taking a little bit longer than I thought. There's that Mega. There's the two Monkey Lords. There's a lot of Percy starting to run around for Lord Fappington, so we might be deployed against those shortly. But here comes the nuke in all of its glory. 34 minutes and 34 seconds. Kaboom! Whole base is gone. I'm impressed. SMD not loaded. SMD wasn't even there from when I looked. So there's that. But all the SMDs should already be loaded. I do see that bug in the gunships running around. Again, could have gone after... probably would have been saved by that SMD, though, from off-kilter. Could have maybe edged him, but I highly doubt it. Stay away from Percy's with Monkey and Rex. The others will definitely be loaded. Use next one to kill land armies. So Dead 6 trying to help out from beyond the grave, pointing out SMDs for his team mates. And how's the scat this? Oh, it's over 50% and climbing. 35 minutes on the clock. It'll be built here probably at 37-ish, maybe 37 and a half. I don't think it'll take more than that. Cloaking started for Sock. He did not restart his cloaking upgrade. Team 1, I mean, we have one in the pond, but everybody else is in their base or near their base. Kind of surprised we don't see more pond goers. We have 2 from Team 2 over here, and that's it. So of the 4 players remaining on Team 2, there's half of them going for it, and then Team 1, that's only 20%, being 1 out of 5. Air cover says off kilter, talking about the Percys. Is there... Oh, there's some flag here. I would like to see a little bit more Cougars, though. Because it's nice to have a mix, because then you can get, let's say the Corsairs come in and they get ripped apart by the flak, and then you have the Cougars that individually targets. So it's, again, it's a mix of both. Here come the gunships, and here comes the flak. And they are renegades, so they only have 800 hit points. They have a weird amount of hit points, to be honest. 832. Who came up with that number? But the bug is inbound. That has 75,000. That's a better rounded off number. And the Percys can't do anything against air targets. So, and that is my dog barking at the trick-or-treaters who are coming to get candy from the door. Luckily, I have my wife and a couple other people in my house right now, so they can deal with that. So, and there's the first air fight of the game. And honestly, not great for Team 2. It's not a complete loss, but it's not great. And yeah, that just did not go well for Team 2. Again, he still has the nuke, and he is keeping some ASFs back for protection, but those Corsairs are able to run amok now. So, looks like they're going after the Fat Boy. It's not great. There was a Fat Boy build, and emphasis on was, because it's now dead. 37 minutes almost on the clock. We have the Monkey Lord and the Bug. Again, these are heavily damaged, but all those Percys are dead now. Monkey Lord over here, that you might get one experimental, but 1 out of 3, technically. I'm not going to count that 4th one because that was way out of the fight anyways. Oh, they won't even get that one. Ooh, that is not good percentages going on for Team 2. That Scathus needs to pay the bills. We have mass being sent to a couple of players on Team 1 from Darabus. Maybe he just has a lot of mass in his bar and he just wants it to... No. Oh, I guess he spent most of it, to be honest. 3K there, 2K there. Scathus is almost done. It's in the green. We do have 2 megas with a lot of... That's a lot of shielding. Wow. It's 10,000 per shielding. How many of these does he have? Wow. That means he has 310,000 damage in shielding. Or sorry, protection and shielding. That's a lot. But again, there is AoE, as you see a little bit. When you hit one shield, it kind of hits the other shield, so multiple of them fall offline at the same time. So that's why you got to layer them like onions and try to make sure that they don't overlap in any way so you get the maximum damage. But, there's only so much you can do. Anyway, we have some Harbingers inbound. GC is inbound. Again, it's kind of a rematch of what happened earlier, but there is a Mega from the north. 38 minutes. ASFs are moving over. There's those Corsairs I was talking about. Do they know about the nuke? They do not know about the nuke. They don't even know about the Scathus. So, yeah, not super. Are they going after the Calm? The first Mega's dead in that fight to the north. They are going to go after... Oh, no, they're going to go after the air grid, it looks like. Go after a couple of those P-gens. What? They grab one. They grab one of them. And they probably should... Oh, look, there's a Mavor started for Team 2 as well. Nuke is reloaded. 48,000 mass kill with the first one. Did very well for the first one. P-gens go down. Grabs that almost entire western side. Grabs another P-gen on the way out. It might even grab one more, maybe. I might actually grab another one. There's not a lot of AA in this base. There's being stuff built now, but... Ooh. Most Corsairs are definitely paying for themselves. T3 area quarters will be fine, though. It's underneath shield coverage. They're not going to target that. They're going to target all the P-gens. This is just not looking great. But the Scathus is done for Team 2. And I say done, as it looks like it fired a volley onto the air... Ooh, that's a dead air grid. But there are bugs inbound. And guess what they're going at? This one is heavily damaged. So... ASF coming in for coverage. Oh! That's got to hurt. Tons of the ASF actually got killed off by that Scathus fire. But the bugs killed off the Scathus. GG's in the chat from Ozzy. He might control K. There's just a huge line from Team 1 going from the north to the south. We have... Oh, yeah. There goes control K's right there. That is another player gone. Team 1 is at a... Oh, I kept saying 5. No, did I say 5 for Team 1? It's 6 for Team 1. I can't count. We have a bug inbound going after Randy Savage's position. I don't know if they're just going to go after him or the rest of the air grid or both or either or something. But looks like they're going after just the air grid. They could have gone after him. One bug is down. 2 bugs are almost down. Veterancy happens, so he gets a little bit more hit points there. Oh, the mass fabs, though. Oh, not the gumdrop buttons. Going after engineers. Oh, there's that whole line. Ooh, there was somebody else die? Or was that an SACU? I think that was an SACU, but just this huge carving out from Team 1. Nice play, team, says Savdex. Mavor's being targeted. Honestly, that Mavor should be fine with the AA nearby, but honestly, I mean, without the air grid, I mean, the nuke is there, and without the Scathus, that was Team 2's big play. Team 1 still has all of the everything. This base was hit a little bit. Looks like maybe 2 or 3 sets of volleys got outbound before the Scathus was defeated. Oh, look, there's a nuke. And look at that. It is low dead. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would. Over here to the east. Oh, look at all the monkeys get killed, air quotes, because they were being constructed. You just see that stuff. Those pulses. Kill Fat Boys to win, says off kilter. I mean, you don't even need to do that, to be honest. You just need to have these guys go that way. Or actually maybe even Yeah, that way. Yeah, that honestly, you wipe out the front line, and then you really don't have to worry about much back there because it's just the nuke. The Mayweather's way out of the way from being built. So if it was, close-ish to the green or in the green, then it'd be a different story. But I mean, it's not even in the yellow yet, so not close to being done. Tactical missile started for Lord Fappington.
Strategic launch detected.
And Nuke is outbound. Ruling builds another experimental, another GC. It'd be funny if he built a Paragon. Emissary started for him. Oh yeah, let's check the T3 artillery range.
Strategic launch detected.
So there it would have reached everything. So probably it would have reached everything in the corner. It's going for Sockful of Kids' base. He doesn't... Not Sockful of Kids, sorry. Lord Fappington's base. He does not have an SMD. That nuke's going to land in the middle of that army. And it will clip one of the megas. Kaboom. Not a lot, though. Not a lot of actual units died in that explosion. But, hey, he got the nuke fired. Cloaking's done for Sockful of Kids. And Nuke is inbound. Yeah, that's going to kill off Lord Fappington's base. He's going to lose. That's going to hurt. Mavor pointed out by Sockful of Kids. I mean, it's in the yellow now, but it's still a long ways away. But the diminished eco from Team 2 at this point, I mean, and the units in front of them, yeah, good luck with that. Kaboom! Wipes out the headquarters. Both of them, actually. Wipes out a bunch of P-gens. It really just prevents more construction of units from Team 2's Fappington. You have Twitchy. I mean, the eastern side is gone. His base is probably going to be fine for a bit, but not great. And then this lane straight down to go see Randy Savage. So, honestly, there's not anything that Team 2 can do at this point. They need a miracle to keep the nuke, and then another miracle for the Mayweather recall says Twitchy probably does the, 1, 2. I don't know who voted for the second one, but Twitchy probably started it. And we're just looking for the third one. No, you. No, they are winning. Oh, that's sucking. It looks like the recall vote did not pass. And Randy is going to get blown up by some bricks and maybe a mega in about a couple of seconds. Good job, team, says off kilter. There goes Randy. And then Tac Nuke started here for Lord Fappington. We have Twitchy. And then the rest of Team 2 recalls. And that'll be the end of the game. A little bit of a shorter 7v7, but hey, it was a nice one nonetheless. One game ender was present, but it wasn't there for that long. And I think just Team 1 had, I mean, obviously the better land game. Definitely, I think a little bit didn't help. The APM definitely helped a little bit with the death of Dead 6. But it wasn't too bad. Things started to look a little bit downhill once, who was it? Ozzy was killed off? No. It was Amaterasu was killed off because then it was a 6v5 and then it became a 6v4 and then it kind of just trended downward from there. But again, let me know down in the comments what you felt about the game in terms of casting, in terms of the actual game, in terms of MVP. For me, I really don't know if there was a standoutish player for Team 1. Everyone did a very good job, to be honest. But I don't know if there's like that player. That one did very well, that kind of thing. I mean, land, air, land, a little bit of air from off kilter. He was kind of a mix of both, especially because he got the base from Legend Lore. And it was almost a flawless game for Team 1. Just one player died. And they died earlier into the game. But anyway, again, I don't have an MVP pick. Let me know down in the comments if you do. And I will see all of you in the next one.